All right, y'all. I hope you can hear me okay because I'm just grabbing my hand cleaner so that we can get cooking. We are cooking some millionaire meals today. That means if you are a millionaire, you know you want to live a long time, right? And guess what? Millionaire food is some of the most basic foods. So we're going to create a millionaire meal here today with some whole foods. Y'all see all these potatoes? I'm going to be using some of the sweet potatoes. We're here at Jeanna's iFeed, and you see how ugly these potatoes look? This is where the food bank will give away food that's delicious, nutritious, has grown out of the ground. A lot of times it's organic, sometimes it's inorganic, but hey, you can always mitigate that, right? If you're here at the Superfood Parent Show, you know that we're using whole foods in everyday meals. So we want you to be your best self for generational health. So that way, from generation to generation, you can pass down a healthy lifestyle and keep your millions in your pockets for what you want them for, to travel, to live, to be great. So look at all of this. Now that was white potatoes and sweet potatoes. I'm using the sweet potatoes today. And here we have a head of cabbage, and y'all see this little lime right here. Uh, so far, all of this, well, except the lime, is food pantry food. Here we have again, and here garlic, and the garlic is going to be used for the sauce, y'all. We're making not just a meal, but you know, rich people like to have their food kind of saucy with like a sauce drizzled over it. So yes, we even has a sauce. It even has a sauce, and that's what this garlic is for. The paper's falling off because these garlic cloves, we're only going to use one, but that's a whole food. The food bank always gives away onions, y'all. Onions have layers. Y'all know Shrek told us that, right? Here's the good thing about onions. You don't have to worry so much about the onions being you don't have to worry so much about the onions being like organic or not. All right, y'all, we're gonna switch some things around because already we have got some casualties. I don't want any of my spoons hitting the ground. So let's do this. As you're coming in, let's just go through the technical difficulties. And I think I'll give y'all a little bit of story time while we chat today because I don't know who's watching the screen or who's just listening, but if you notice on the screen, it says, skip the veggies, opt for green pills. Y'all know that's what the rich people are doing nowadays. They don't want to eat their vegetables. The rich people, they just want to go straight in for, I just want to look good. Let me get surgery. Let me take a pill. Let me do something right. So I'm cooking for the public today. So I am donning my gloves. Y'all know I don't always wear gloves. I'm going to wear one on, I guess both hands. All right. I'll wear one on both hands today. Let me just pull up here where I am. So that way, just in case you missed it, I am at Jeanna's iFeed Food Pantry. They have this food pantry every Tuesday and Wednesday. So that's going to take me right into some of my story time. Now, remember, if you don't want any of this food pantry food, you just want to eat green pills, go right on over to energybits.com, energybits.com. And when you check out, use my discount code. These green pills, you can get 20% off. Now, when I say green pills, you use the code SUPER20 to get 20% off of chlorella and spirulina pills. All right. These are just little tablets that you can chew. You can just chew up, and they give you so many nutrients. So, you know, these sweet potatoes, they have a lot of nutrients in them. And we are going to start by just chopping this sweet potato. I don't have my food camera up today, y'all. So we're just going to get this done. This meal takes about 20 minutes. The longest time is really just chopping your potato. And guess what else? If you're a millionaire, you might not even have to chop your own food. You can buy the sweet potatoes already chopped at the grocery store. Keep them in the fridge. I try to chop them fresh because, of course, they keep longer once you start to chop a sweet potato or a white potato. This is why you see them in the frozen section and everywhere else, because then you have to do something else to it. You've already started that processing or that process of processing, and that's not what you want. So good to have you here, the J. Jordan. Thank you for liking and sharing this, and thank you for saying hello to everyone in the chat. And we got Danique, the video editing freak. Hey there. So good to see you all here today. Make sure you're putting in hashtag health heroes, because everybody can be a health hero by just getting more faves into their lifestyle, right? Fruits and vegetables every spread. Now, here's the way this recipe works. Here at the food pantry, I provide a recipe card. Hey, Tati from Romania. Tati C. Batista is in here. So I do provide a recipe card. I'm going to pull up the digital version of that recipe card so that we can kind of all follow along together. They do have printouts here, and I'll go get a printout a little bit later. Okay. Y'all know tomorrow I will be at Skyline 21, their food bank, their food pantry site. Skyline 21 is an adult day center. So the cool thing about Skyline 21 is that when I'm there, it's the same thing. They are my official food sponsor. So thanks for the love, Tati. I see you says, I think you're connected to I'm connected to your second channel. Really? Hey there, G. Albert. And thank you so much for putting in, Danique Anthony, thank you so much for putting in hashtag health heroes. So as you all can see, these sweet potatoes are going right into the pan. We're going to start with cooking these first because they take like the longest time to simmer. So I'm just going to cook these with, this is a non-stick pan, okay? It's a stainless steel one. It is in my kit on my Amazon shop because I don't like to use a lot of extra oils. Now that I've done my research, y'all know I grew up on oil. Thanks, Tati, for putting in hashtag health heroes. Okay, Tati C. Fatita, this is your main channel. I got it. I don't like to cook. Once I started doing my research, Dr. Esselstyn, y'all know Dr. Esselstyn is the one that fixed Samuel L. Jackson. All right. And so if you want to check that article out, definitely look at it. But Dr. Esselstyn is the one that fixes everybody. I'll just say that he fixes everybody. So that's the first sweet potato. This is the second one. Once I get this one chopped up, we're going to go ahead and we're going to give G. Albert the car. We're going to give him the credentials to the car that he won on one of these giveaways. I'll show y'all a picture of the toy car because y'all know we ain't got no cars up in here. We are millionaires, but we still at the food pantry, right? Hey there, Nikki. Thicker than a snicker of the everyday life of an OCD-ish chick. You know, I just love engaging with you all, and I appreciate you being here. Nikki, I can't remember if you're growing sweet potatoes or not. Y'all know Nikki is so very involved. She's a pioneer in this space. She's one of the people, through her channel, she connects so many growers. You know, this is why I'm always joking about sneaking into her backyard, the everyday life of an OCD-ish chick. Beep, beep. A toot, toot. So thanks for beating the horn, Nikki. She's tooting her own horn. So she's really a pioneer. And this is how you become a millionaire. If you look at Nikki, you're looking at a millionaire. Like, you know, some people, they look like $5 because maybe it's the food they're eating. Maybe it's the water they're drinking. Maybe it's the air they're breathing. So y'all, we can save ourselves. Y'all know I say this all the time. Eat the food that grows out of the ground because as you see, even Nikki, yep, she did grow sweet potatoes last year. Right. So David Hunt, Lord, David Hunt is in here. Y'all know whenever you put in hashtag health heroes, this puts you in the running for a giveaway. Now this giveaway is for the status, David Hunt, of health hero. Like you're going to be a plant powered titan. You'll have all of your faves points because you know you get 5 points for every fruit and vegetable that you eat. So if you win, you will not win a car, David Hunt. I know that G. Albert is on your side against Oprah, but we're not talking about that. This is not the time to be talking bad about Oprah. Yep. Hey, DJ is, we got your music playing, and thanks for putting in hashtag health heroes, JBWR. Now, there's a man that was laying pipe the other day, JBWR. Now, he's a fiber optic man, so it wasn't pipe, it was cords, but y'all know what I'm saying. Go to his channel and see. That's a real man working, okay? If y'all ever want to find out what real men do, I thought that all the people at the construction site were construction men. Well, he showed us that he was one of the people on the site because the construction, I'm talking about JBWR, by the way. He's talking about how, he was talking about on his channel how the construction guys that were digging, there's a splash of water. I'm going to cover this up and I'm going to let it simmer while I go get the recipe card. Well, I'll pull it up live. Thanks for putting in hashtag health heroes, Nikki, JBWR. So back to JBWR, what he's saying is, I'm going to turn this on. He was saying that the people at the construction site were digging and they hit a fiber optic cord. So the power went out. He's the person that comes and fixes the cables. Okay. He does all of that. So I'm going to pull this recipe up because I don't know if y'all know it or not, but I just make my recipes up as I go because I know them, you know, like I'm so used to cooking. So what I'll do is this Millionaire Black Bean Potato Bowl, it does have black beans. And you know, the food bank, I told you I'm at Jeanna's iFeed food pantry. a lot of times they will give you canned goods. They have a lot of things that you can store so that you can travel with them. And they also give you a lot of fresh foods. So with these black beans, these are Simple Truth organic. I've gotten organic food from the food pantry before, y'all. So this is where I'm saying all of this stuff, you can get free food. And in my area, oh my goodness, it's so good now. They even have free, hey Coleman, so happy to have you putting in #Health Heroes. Thanks for being here. So even with, thank you, Nikki, for mentioning the fiber. Y'all know every time I talk, I say all the food that grows from the ground has fiber. It was Tasha, She Grows, another grower that I can't remember if I was connected to her through Nikki, the Everyday Life of an OCDS chick, but she told me that beans, because I used to always wonder, well, what happens to beans, right? She was the one that told me that these black beans turn into string beans, like the green string beans. And Nikki, you can correct me if I have it the other way around, but I think when these grow up, they turn into the green string beans. So I'm like, you know how you're like, how does this circle of life work? But when you're doing it for real and you're growing, you really know. And Nikki would know because the Everyday Life of an OCDS chick is really growing. So I'm going to show you all the recipe. And what I was saying, just to finish up about JPWR, I was just saying that, he was out there, the people hit a pipe, he was showing us real life, how this works. So he looked like a construction guy, but he was not. He was a fiber optic guy up in there doing his thing, So I was like, oh, that's cool. So back to this Millionaire Black Bean Bowl. I'm going to pull up the recipe so that we can just see if we've got it right. I'm going to pull this up on Canva. And I'll try to make it large so that you all can see it. Let me get away all these cookies and everything and let me enlarge. Now this booklet is something that I created on here and y'all will see it. It's printed out because Jeanna's iFeed is really good about printing that out. This right here is the recipe. Let's see, I'm gonna enlarge this and I'll put it here. Okay, so it says that we need 2 medium sweet potatoes. I put those in. I need to chop my onion and I need to chop some cabbage. Y'all know I like to chop my cabbage first. So that way the cabbage will release its sulforaphanes and good nutrients. Okay, so it says stir in the the sweet potatoes, the black beans, cumin, paprika, chili powder, salt, and pepper. So what I'll do then is I'll go ahead and throw in some seasoning. And then it says cover and let them cook for about 15 to 18 minutes until the potatoes are tender. So I can add the seasonings a little bit later. They can go in now. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna pay attention to the recipe, y'all. I won't be bad. So thank you so much, Gail at Night, for reminding everybody that if they don't want to do this cooking part, they can simply go directly to meal delivery service that I have on my website. Y'all know that I've recently had my website redone. And so now SuperFood Parents scrolling right there at the bottom of the screen, along with our VMAX sponsors. So we thank you so much to Jay Jordan and Coach Mary Ma for being members there. Your support really makes a difference. But here on the website, I updated the homepage. But either way, right here at the top, when you click this green button it turns green, 30% off meal delivery code. You use the code SUPER30, it takes you right here to Whole Harvest. So if you want to be a real millionaire, just order your foods from here. You get $30 off. Y'all know they're going to have a slight closure where they're going to improve their services so that box will pop up, but you can start delivering right there today. People have already used that link, so it's already been helping people. All right, no okra. I wish I had some okra today just for you, David, because you know what? I'm not playing. You keep saying it, I'm going to find something. I'm going to go right into this food pantry and I'm going to find something. I'm going to chop up some of the cabbage because I have green cabbage here. And I'm going to peel off a few of the outer leaves. But that's a small head of cabbage. Y'all, the food bank gives you such huge heads of cabbage that this is why in the recipe I said just use like 1/4 to 1/2 cup of cabbage. Because instead of me saying like 1/2 a head or this much or that much, it depends on where you're getting the cabbages from. I'll show y'all what this looks like, by the way. These are getting soft and they're not sticking because remember I told you this is a non-stick pan. So these are getting soft and tender, young and tender, as Nikki would say. If y'all have ever watched The Everyday Life of an OCD chick, you'll know that she always sneaks those words in. It's something that they've adopted from her network, Young and Tender. While I have this open, I'm going to add in, I think it said chili powder, smoked paprika. Y'all guess who forgot the smoked paprika, but this is the chili powder. So we do have that. All right. And this is going to give it that smoky flavor. You know how young and tender, that's it. Thank you, Nikki. The Everyday Life of an OCD chick got me straight. She was like, yes, it's young and tender. All right. So I'm going to put in here some cumin also. I don't know if y'all say cumin or cumin, but I've heard it different ways, and I just try to show you what I'm talking about so that way you know. I'll put in some cumin, and I think both of these, it says like a half a teaspoon. Let me double check because y'all know it says a teaspoon of ground cumin. I think that's about a teaspoon because you have to be really careful with this one. I'm going to put in another splash of water because I see it's drying up a little bit, and the recipe does tell us that we want this to simmer a little bit. So I don't know if y'all can hear that. And you know, I try to use a wooden spoon so that y'all don't hear all the clanking. But remember, with this nonstick pan, you actually can use a wooden spoon, a metal spoon. Just don't use plastic because I think on high temperatures, you know, you don't want that melting and you're eating plastics when we already have so many microplastics in us. So this way, those flavors will get into, hold up. I think I was supposed to put some salt in there. Y'all know we got to put the adobo. So I'll put a splash of this. So this way, these can get into the potatoes, because whether it's sweet potatoes or it's white potatoes, they tend to need a bit more salt than other things, okay? So that's another splash of water. And then I'll mix that a little bit more. Remember, we don't have our food camera because we're going to head into Jeanna's food pantry in just a moment. Like, I'm going to take my mobile setup and run in there and see what's going on. Off to the cabbage. Let me see what y'all are saying right here. Yes, thank you so much, Gail, for reminding us to text the word FAVES, FAVES, to the phone number 757-231-9361. This way you can get alerts, you can stay in the loop and all that good stuff. What'd you say, Nikki? Cumin. That's how you say it. Thank you. Now that you wrote that out, I won't forget it. When I need to know somebody's name, I ask them, how do you spell it? So y'all see this says C-U. And if you think about how Nikki put it, the letter Q and the word men, cumin. Girl, I ain't gonna never get that wrong again. Thank you, Nikki. Didn't I tell y'all, when you have an expert in your life, they give you all the answers, all the solutions. Y'all know what I'm using. I am using my Cutco knife. Now, this particular knife is the only knife I own. I've had it for about 20 years now. And so it even works on the forbidden fruit. For those of you that are wondering, oh, what's going on with that apple? No, we're talking about okra. Whenever you hear David Hunt mentions the forbidden fruit, he's talking about that good fruit okra. Y'all remember how, excuse me, remember how they used to tell us that, oh, Lord, it was the apple. It was the apple. And then they started changing up the fruit. Maybe it was a pomegranate, but no matter what, we always knew whatever fruit it was, that's what's popping because all fruits are good. So yes, it was that delicious forbidden fruit okra that did its thing that David is referring to, but we don't have any in here. And this knife does work on forbidden fruits. However, remember, if you're scared of vegetables, if you just want to look good and feel good, I am serious about these green pills, y'all. My kids, I still have challenges in my own home. They don't want to eat real food. What? I just threw so much cabbage on the floor. Oh, they're gonna be talking about me. I'm gonna clean it up. Okay. Thank you absolutely for putting in hashtag health heroes. I can smell these potatoes. I think it might be the seasoning on them. Okay, yeah, there was still some water in there. I added some more. It was the seasoning, that smoky seasoning, that made me smell that. Okay. Anyways, y'all try those green pills. That's all I'm saying. Energybits.com. And when you check out, you put in the code SUPER20 for a 20% discount. Y'all know about spirulina. spirulina, chlorella. Those, especially spirulina, was like a very popular powder. But basically, the chlorella and spirulina, those particular pills are what's that energy bits. That's what you're getting, an energy bit. So, and I can go to that site to kind of show you as well. Once I chop up this cabbage, I'm going to go ahead and chop up the onions. And let me remind you all, one of the reasons I did not put my black beans in there is because they're already cooked. Y'all know black beans in the can, they're already cooked. I mean, I guess I could have threw them in there just so the juice could have been in there, just so they could have gotten some of the, what do you call it? They could have gotten some of the flavor of the seasonings, but it's no big deal. Just know that when you're cooking, especially when you have food that's already cooked, you're pretty much warming it, and the seasonings from the pan are going to eventually meld, and they tend to meld better by the next day if you're going to eat it the next day. But try not to, I know a lot of people talk about meal prep, but try to eat your food as fresh as you can. Let's say like coffee. I make my coffee every day. RollJava.com. That's my coffee business. I'd love if you went over there to RollJava.com and got some. However, for me, I make my coffee every other day. I know that, I think you're supposed to make it every day though. Look, don't get me the line. Y'all know I'm trying to get back to these 30-minute episodes, okay? So I'm gonna rough chop my onion. And when I say I'm trying to get back to these 30-minute episodes, it's so that you all can just see the recipe, that it can be cooked right there in the first 30 minutes, all right? So I got my onion chopped up. I've got my cabbage chopped up. Let's look back at the recipe and see where we are, okay? Yay, smash all night in Nutriville. Let me tell you, Nikki, this is going to be a good dish. I don't make my dishes beforehand. I just make them on the cup. I want to experience it right with you all. So good luck. Good. Ooh, let me show y'all what's going on up under here. So this is looking good. Hold on, let me find a good hand to hold this with, a good way to hold this. Because y'all know I'm left-handed. And so I can hold things easily with my right hand and maneuver with the left. And since I don't have my food camera up, I'm just showing you, this is looking nice. These are getting young and tender, soft and tender, but they're looking good. That's exactly what you want. Now is the time that I think I will go ahead and throw in my onions and my cabbage and the black beans, because I do want those to wilt down a little bit. Okay, so let's look at the recipe once again so that we know that we're on par for what's about to happen. Okay, so let's see what it says now. It says, oh, and y'all, this creamy chipotle sauce is coming up. Remember, rich people like their food saucy. So it says here, cover and cook. Okay, while the vegetables roast, I need to prepare the sauce. So I'll do that in a minute. I'll add the onion and cabbage. Yeah, so basically this is the nice thing about these one-pot meals. You literally are throwing everything in one pot. So it makes it super easy to get your faves in, fruits and vegetables every spread. There's no excuse for any of us. Fruits and vegetables every spread, it's here for us. So here go the onions, the cabbage. These are going to release their own waters also. And then I'm going to go ahead and add in some of the whole can of black beans. I'm just going to put the lid on there. I'll add in the can of black beans. Okay, y'all, we got to say a prayer. Now, I'm not a praying woman, okay? I do believe in God. I do believe in one pot wonders, like, woo, but I also have a strong belief in myself. I don't know if God can help me with this can opener, but I got issues with can openers, y'all. They never work. I buy like several a year, and I always have, I just saw it skip a beat. This is what happens with me and can openers. Growing up, it used to be fine. I don't know what happened. As an adult, I got an allergy to them. They got an allergy to me or something, and it's not okay. If you are here for the first time, by the way, thank you for watching. Ask questions if you have them. That's what this live stream is here for. I'm a nurse. I've been a nurse for over 30 years. I'm still practicing, and I do have a lot of respiratory patients. That's my forte. So people that are on ventilators, nebulizers, tracheostomies and things like that is my specialty. I keep those people alive at home. So I'm that person where I don't have a crash cart. It's just me in the house. And I've had some tricky situations. Let me tell you, I told you I was going to give y'all some stories today. Thank you, David Hunt, for reminding everybody to not just click the like button, but also for bigging up Scale at Night, our moderator queen. She's doing good work in front and behind the scenes, always, and that's what I love. Back to story time, real quick. I had this baby that I was taking care of, and she had SMA1. Now, SMA is SMA. I forget what the SMA stands for, but Duchenne's is what it's called when it's SMA7. I don't know if SMA1 has a certain title, but SMA, they have different levels. 1 is what she had. If you have 7, that basically means you have a longer life like the higher the number, the higher the life expectancy, just to give you an idea of how that works. Uh-oh. I was supposed to stir this up a little bit so the potatoes and stuff can get on the onions and stuff can get on the bottom, but it's okay. It's all coming together, as you can see. So this baby, she was the issue with Duchenne's. It's like a and just so that you know, I am a nurse, but again, thank you, David Hunt, because this is all for informational purposes only. None of this is medical advice. Go seek your own doctor for your details and information and assistance. But anyways, I was taking care of her at home, and SMA is like a dystrophy, a muscular dystrophy, where your muscles they work in reverse, where they tend to just stop working, and as they stop working, they get weaker. So at this point, but it's not just weakness. It's like they get so weak that she was literally like a rag doll. You get floppy. Because I've had children that had SMA7 and they lived until they were like in their teens or early 20s. That's the life expectancy for them. Mine were teenagers. But my point is that I'm just pouring off some of the juice off the black beans because I don't want all of it in there. Okay. So the poor baby, she literally was floppy. And when I say floppy, I mean, you know how a newborn, you can pick them up and their head is like this? Well, she was like this. Everything is just everything. You have to support it. So when you pick them up, like you got to cross their arms and you're holding them a certain way, you're cognizant of everything. And they have a trait, that breathing tube that helps you to breathe and live and stay alive. Now, if that pops out, she's on a ventilator, a breathing machine. So if that pops out, you have to not only put it back in, but you got to support her neck in a way that you can put it back in and you can keep her hooked to the machine, or you might have to manually bag the person with an ambu bag. You know, like when you're giving CPR, you're giving breaths by mouth. Sometimes they have that bag. So that ambu bag is what anybody with a trach or any sort of respiratory something has. They have that bag. So you can squeeze it and, manually give them breaths. You can give them deep breaths. A lot of times we'll use it to help them cough. Because you know how like you take a deep breath, the air will displace anything down below and it'll help them to bring it up. In our case, we did have to use a machine to get those things out. But my point is that this is coming together nicely, y'all. Anyway, I'm gonna make the sauce. My whole point is this. This is the reason why we are tracking our meals with the family playbook, because you know that I do have that book out on my website, the family food ebook. You can download it. Now it's several places. You can get it from Amazon if you want the hard copy. You can download it cheaper from my website and get the ebook. That way, if you're a digital person and you like to add your content that way, that works for you. All right, y'all, it's time for me to make the sauce and then we're done. Like, this is done, okay? So let me show y'all this recipe for the sauce so we can see what goes into it. It says we need a half a cup of plain non-dairy yogurt. I'm using a coconut milk yogurt. It says we need the juice of, a tablespoon of lime juice, a clove of garlic, salt and pepper, and I'm using my gochujang paste, the spicy pepper paste, okay? So let me just show you these things as I get them out, okay? I'm gonna take this down so that way you all can see what I'm using. So the yogurt, this is just non-dairy coconut milk. If you have allergies to almonds, because they do have almond milk yogurt, which is a non-dairy yogurt. They have soy yogurt, which is a non-dairy yogurt. And so I'm just going to go ahead and put in a half a cup of this. Y'all know I'm going to eyeball it because I know about what a half cup is. So I'm going to put in about a half cup of this. Yep, that looks about right. This creates the creaminess. Some people will use Greek yogurt because they want the thicker yogurt, but there's also these non-dairy yogurts. And I don't know if you all saw how thick this one is, but this one has a nice viscosity, so it's really thick. I'm using the plain. Then I'm going to also add into here my gochujang paste, okay? Now, I'm not using the chipotle pepper and adobe sauce. I'm just using like a half a teaspoon of this hot chili pepper paste, okay? So that means that I'm just going to use my favorite knife. Y'all know I got this 20-year-old knife on Amazon, and I'm just going to put this down into here. Now, y'all know I use my immersion blender all the time, and it comes with the larger food processor. It also comes with the smaller chopper. So I'm actually using this small one today. I whipped it out. I'm going to get my lime, and that's where you just take a lime, you press it and roll it. When I say you press it and roll it, apply pressure, so that way you can loosen up the juice. You know what, David Hunt? If you say you're gonna win, I believe that you're getting a car with this win today, because it is just about time for our Faves Hero giveaway, okay? So let me go ahead and run that giveaway while I'm making this sauce, okay? It is that time. Thank you for reminding us. I'm just gonna cut this in half, and I think I've showed you all before the way that I juice my limes. I use my thumb and I go in this way. You get more juice that way. Just protect your eyes. You get more juice than if you use that juicer. You also get to use the dexterity of your fingers, because a lot of us are like, "Ooh, I'm so stiff." Well, use what you have, and that way you won't be as stiff. That does help. So I've just added in, I don't know if y'all can see it swimming around right there. I've just added in about a tablespoon of lime juice. I'm going to throw in that 1 clove of garlic. Remember, I told you earlier we just need 1 clove. So I'm just going to pull one off. I'll drop it in here. This is one thing that I do is I cut off the end of it so I can easily get the paper off, or I press down on it with the knife. So I'm going to just drop this into the mixer. The nice thing about this small chopper is that I will say it chops up really well, like really fine. So this way your garlic will get minced nicely. Also, when you smush your garlic, it breaks into a lot of pieces. So that also helps. Because we know that fresh garlic, you do not want to get a bite of that. Whew, it will stay with you for a long time. And I'm using one of my baskets just to put all the food scraps in. So that makes it easy. Let's see if I'm all set here. I need one more thing, salt and pepper to taste. Oh, you know what? Let me turn this bowl down. Let me stir it up. I can smell food in here cooking. I can hear food sizzling. I'm gonna hit this with a little bit more salt and pepper to taste. Even though I didn't taste it earlier with just the potatoes, I know that I've added all those other ingredients and I have not added any other flavor. So I'm just hitting it with my salt and pepper to taste. In my case, I am using adobo. So if you haven't put in hashtag Health Heroes, thank you for doing so now. Child, yeah, it's garlic breath, but it ain't so nice, right, Nikki? See, everyday life of nosy dish chick was like, woo, yeah, that garlic breath, right? When you don't mix things up nicely. I'm gonna turn this off because I feel like this is ready. I'm gonna taste a little. Now your cabbage, you want to leave it so that your cabbage still has a little bit of crunch. You also want to leave it, Lord, all the food falling off the fork, so that your onions have a little bit of crunch, all right? Now I will say, I want to cut that, okay. I could taste more cumin than I wanted to. This is off. It's just gonna sit here and soak up some seasonings. And then once we make this creamy chipotle sauce, we'll add some to the top of the bowl, okay? Remember, if you have not put in hashtag FAVES Health Heroes, do so, because now I'm just gonna put this lid on, get my blender, and blend everything together. Oh, I didn't put any salt in here. That's what I was supposed to be putting, where I was supposed to be putting it. You do want, this is why people don't like FAVES, y'all. They don't put any flavor on their FAVES. Your fruits and vegetables every day, you need help. What'd you say, Nikki? Here's yours. What is that? Is that a bowl? Is that a bowl? Here's your bowl. You ready? Look, that dance I did, you already know. All right, y'all, we're getting ready for our FAVES 100 giveaway. So I'm just going to, and look at how pretty it looks. It's going to be like a creamy red sauce. That pepper paste is what makes it red. And I just love this. I don't know if y'all like holding on to things that you can control, but ooh. Let me just show y'all with the spoon. I'm going to show y'all so y'all can see this sauce with a spoon. This is why they said it's creamy. Okay? Y'all see that? Let's see. Nice. Now, this particular, and the heat in the background. This particular yogurt, the coconut milk, I got plain. However, the plain is still has a slight sweetness to it, which gives a really good balance to that heat. I am going to add in a pinch of salt so that way that I don't get so much tart from the lime. The garlic in the background, I taste the flavor, but it's blended nice and smooth. So now all I need is a taster. So let me pull up the giveaway tool so you all can see who is today's FAVES 100 hero. This way, while we go for it, Nikki has her bowl ready. Let's see who is today's FAVES 100 hero. All right, we got Tamika Anthony, G. Albert, the Everyday Life of Most Serious Chick, JBWR, Coleman, David Hunt, Dr. Petita, G. Albert, David Hunt, TWBP Popcorn, the Everyday Life, Coleman. Congratulations. Congratulations to Coleman for winning the FAVES 100 giveaway. If you all are wondering what that means, well, what it means is that Coleman is today's plant-powered titan. Y'all know that means that for every fruit and vegetable, you earn 5 points, right? So in this case, we have Coleman has already eaten 80 points worth as plant-powered titan, right? Yay, Coleman! So for those of you that are still aspiring, you're still on your way. Maybe you've got 65 points today and you are a superfood avenger. Maybe you're at the 50-point mark. Maybe your day is not done and you are simply a FAVES crusader with 50 points so far. Well, the whole point is this. You can be a millionaire or eat millionaire meals like this every day of the week by getting all your FAVES in, by doing right by it. The spoon just fell down into the container itself. By being a plant-powered titan, FAVES crusader, just basically nourishing yourself, okay? All right. Y'all, I was just picking up some of these scraps that I dropped earlier. We're going to get over here because Love and Live Show is in there saying hello, but Coleman is laughing and happy about the win. Coleman is also clapping it up. That's right. Big up yourself, Coleman. Good job today, y'all. All right, so let's see what we have here. I'm going to make sure that we head over into Jeanna's iFeed, into the pantry, so that way, I have a bowl. Let me grab a spoon. Love and Live Show, it's so good to see you. Thank you for being here. Look, Coleman is like, David Hunt is like, that she stole my thunder, right? Lord, I thought I turned the food off. It was still simmering. All right, this looks a little wild. I ain't gonna lie. If y'all are not used to colors and flavor, then you might say, I don't know if I want that, because I want my food to look a certain way. Well, especially in this bowl is not cute. Maybe if I played it right. So coming all the way from Canada, Coleman has done her thing. All right, so let's see what we can do here. I'm gonna drizzle some sauce over, and we're gonna take this. I'm gonna get on my mobile, and we're just gonna take this for the taste test. We're going to see. Ooh, y'all, the drizzle is nice. That looks so good. Once you put that over, it really makes it a nice dish. It makes it like the millionaire thing I was trying to have, the millionaire effect. It gives it that. All right. So I'm gonna head on down the hall. Let's see. Here we go. Love and Live Show. You're saying you're glad you woke up to be here. I know, right? You're all the way on the West Coast, and for me, I'm always watching everybody after the fact these days, and y'all know I talk about it. I watch everybody in 2x after you're live, so I can catch you later. All right. Now, I've already tasted this, and so hopefully we will get a plus sign so that we can do our super clap sign off from the people here at Jeanna's iFeed, because I'm going to take this in there to the food pantry so that way if they give us a thumbs up, then we know that we're done. We can clap it up. We are finished. Okay? Okay, I already used that fork. I think she has a fork back there, but I'll give her a spoon. All some other stuff is super cool. Let me put that in the wash section. All right, here we go. I'm gonna head back there. That means I will turn off this camera. I will turn on that camera, and we'll see if we can, be a part. If we can get a thumbs up for a super clap sign off, y'all. If her face looks funny, I might not show it. Okay, I'm just being honest. That's all I can do. All right. So, all right. Let me show you what this food looks like up close. By the way. That's not a good view. Let's see if we can get some better light or something. I don't know if y'all can see that. But you see that glisten? That is the sauce that I just made. So all right, y'all. So I'm walking down the hall. I'm headed to Jeanna's iFeed, and I'm going to see if I can get anybody to taste this. Okay. Now, if nobody tastes this, then I don't know what's going to happen. I thank you for putting in the yummy. I don't have to worry about it. You'll taste it. Okay. So if y'all have another fork, another person can taste it as well if they're brave enough. Now let me show y'all while she's tasting that. I'm not going to show anybody's information because that said Jeanna's iFeed. Look at this, y'all. The shelves are going empty. Remember I told y'all they're open on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. They're not just like here just to have, a grocery store full of food. They're giving it away. These shelves are empty. Look at this. Can I open this refrigerator? Don't embarrass us. I'm going to embarrass you because it's empty, because it's usually so much stuff in here, and this is why they had to put limitations on it. Child, look at all this food. They're talking about it's empty. Let me tell you something. Y'all see all these chubs of turkey, meals, prepared meals, and everything. It ain't no embarrassment here. They got it going on. Okay. And look at this. They give away things like eggs and everything, too. Now, this is the one that's empty with the eggs. One bag of potatoes left. Sweet potatoes. Oh, yeah. 1 bag of sweet potatoes. So y'all know we just cooked some. Now, don't be scared, but let me explain this meal to y'all. This is a Black Bean Blitz potato bowl. I just made the sauce. The sauce is a creamy chipotle sauce, so it has a little bit of heat in the background. But the base of the sauce, the base of the dish is black beans, potatoes, onions, and cabbage. Because y'all have all of those things right here, right? At the food bank. Yep. So I don't know if y'all have any more onions left, but let me show y'all what's over here. Remember I was talking about the black beans. This is the way I usually do my black beans, y'all. I will get bags of them free from the food bank. That's a very good way to get them, right? If you don't want to cook them just with water, look what they also have. Cans of black beans. Y'all saw I just used a can, and look what else they have. You don't even have to pray like I did about the can opener. They have pop tops at the food bank, y'all. They got the good cans. These are not dented. I don't know if y'all can see that. Y'all remember we used to be scared of food can. I know, right? But look, they got collard greens. They have all things prepared. Look, black beans, garbanzo beans, chili beans. It's organized here. So, I see y'all's face. Wait, can I show y'all on camera? Can I show y'all on camera what happened now?
Give me like some tortilla chips and I'll go in that mug.
Oh, so
awesome. You ever thought about that?
I didn't think about it, but it could be like a dip as well, right?
I'm a little weird, so I like to
that's it. Right, that's it. So what are you thinking now? What are you thinking? Is it the sauce? Is it the potatoes? Is it the what?
It's everything.
Because you can
everything blends and marinates all together, but
the way everything
honestly,
blends and marinates.
I love spicy food, but I'll make it even more spicy.
I don't know if y'all see over here. This spoon keep licking. Look, whole bunch of stuff going on with that spoon licking right there.
And then I'm from the country. I'm from North Carolina, so I might put that on top of some rice and stuff.
On top of rice would be good.
That's just
yes.
Me.
And y'all know you can use white potatoes as well. You don't just have to use sweet potatoes, but sweet potatoes are healthier because the colors, so you have more nutrients. So I was like, well, let me use the sweet potatoes today. But what are you thinking? Any comments?
It's good just like how it is.
It's good just like it is.
Every ingredient is just meshing and blending together.
Everything's meshing and blending, y'all.
Just give me a pot of rice. Put that on some rice.
Give
me like some tortilla chips.
Go to town. I think we did it, y'all. I think we are ready for our super clap sign off. So for those of you that are here, have been here with us, thank you so much. We appreciate your patronage. Say that again. That'll do it. And so, y'all, we are out. Okay, we are out. I'm gonna just finish showing y'all what they have here: cereal, pancake syrup, peanut butter, bread, macaroni, and cheese. So these are the processed foods, right? But remember, I showed y'all they give away produce, fresh food. So this is how you can get everything that you need: tomatoes in a can, peas in a can, large cans and small cans, because these are small tomatoes, these are big tomatoes, peas, corn, green beans, vitamins. You know what? I did see those vitamins up there. So for those of you that are like, well, I need my energy bits, but I didn't go to energybits.com. Look, the food bank is giving away free vitamins, y'all. You can't go wrong. You cannot. We'll see y'all next time. All right. Y'all clap it out. Have a good day. And we will see y'all next time. Thanks so much for being here. Love and Live Show, the everyday life of an OCD chick, Gail at night. Y'all all take care. We're going to head out with the grooves. All right, let's do that. Let's head out with the grooves since we got moves today. There you go, Coleman. That's what I'm talking about. All right, y'all. We will see y'all next time.